Peace. This is Priestess Nigga Mama. Um, this message today is for folks that have been struggling with life, with living, with family and relations. Um, this is awareness that has come to me, come through me, through my spiritual family and consorts, and it's nothing that I would ever relay without having experienced myself. Once you become one with the nigga God in you. What is the nigga God, first of all? Because I know folks will be watching and be like, well, why is she calling herself a nigga? Well, this goes back to North America, in which I've always lived, and my ancestors. My ancestors, my grandmothers, her mother, her great-grandmother, on back to the days of when we were living at peace, living in unification, and working things like niggas do, being at peace, without distraction, just one with Mama Earth. And once the pale settlers arrived, the pilgrims arrived, the invaders arrived, then they brought trauma and catastrophe to my ancestors. When you look at so-called black people, we come in many different shades. Some are highly melanated, some are caramel or even fairer than myself, than my own pigmentation. My peoples were here on these shores, on this land, lived off the Gulf of Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. And once folks began to become scattered, I'm sure you heard of the Trail of Tears and so many other traumatic instances that happened to people, that the original autochthonous people, indigenous people of the Americas, we were moved all about this place. When the birth certificates began, they described us as Negroes. That's their definition. But the nigga, that copper-colored nigga, the Negro will actually prove on paper, will prove your connection with your American Indian ancestry. As my birth certificate says Negro, it does not say black. Like I told my family, I said when I got on my bike and tried to ride to black, you couldn't find it. When I went to go to African American, I couldn't find that. I was lost going to black, I was lost going to African American. So what does that tell you? Spanish people go to Spain. European people go to Europe, which is actually our shit too. Portuguese people can go to Portugal. It goes on and on and on But niggas is right here. Negroes, niggas, nigga guys is right here. And I'm not saying that there was not a mixture or of African blood in my blood or any of our blood. Some may be, some may not. But we were already here. Niggas was already here. So that is why, and niggas got power. And niggas got power when we think tank and unify and be on that real nigga shit. And I'm not talking about falling out and disrespecting each other, or just without me even trying to come with the adjectives. Basically emulating European construct, European behaviors, European attitudes and approaches to things. You have to ask yourself, why do you continue to keep living? Now, I know we got to have vehicles. Some of us can ride bikes. Some of us can use public transportation. My thing is support this motherfucker, as this motherfucking beast-ass machine, these weak demons, as less as you can, much as you can, however you want to put it. They falling anyway. And so me being a birth worker, doula, feminine wellness support, I help to bring sister of brothers with their prostate issues, reproductive issues, infertility. It is my duty to set the record straight on that as possible. And if for any reason you're not feeling me or hearing me, ask me and I'll clarify down below in the comments. But if you're religious, you may not get it. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. When I go inside my home, and that's another thing I want to talk to you about. When I go inside my home, I want the niggagods to be in my home, to reflect me. So that's a picture of me and my people on my walls. I'm not going to have any other, and to each his own, because we keep looking outside of ourselves, and that's the reason why I'm even bringing this up. We've looked outside of ourselves and waited. We the saviors. So I just did a post on my Patreon account. And you can also reach me on my Patreon account as well. I do believe it's like Patreon / Star Lily Birthing. But I'll put it down in the description, because I just created it. So, but that's one of the things that's important too, for us to quit looking outside of ourselves, because we are everything. We get messages and energy flow from the supreme energy, from the nigga gods, your ancestors. That's who they are. That's what a nigga god is. And we are the ancestors. You are your ancestor. I'm my Lala, I'm my Mama Zora. I'm my Francis Sutton. Tap into your maternal lines. Where are they pictures at? Who has the pictures in the family? Put them up on your wall, especially if they lived in a righteous way. Get them on up there and start speaking to them, and watch how your life will even start evolving. Your dream state will start evolving. That's my daughter. Hi, baby. And watch how the energy will begin to shift once you start really becoming true with yourself. And if you just look at where you are, especially people that live in the North America, this is some beautiful land. This is some beautiful territory. And all of this stuff has been shifted around. What was once this is now that they came here creating all kind of borders, all kind of territories. I'm gonna have to check myself. I don't even want to use that word anymore, but just to be descriptive and explaining. And that's one thing. Even if it never ever gets changed back, I'm affirming that we, like my sister said, clean slate all of this shit. And I want to be a witness. So, for people that seek my services, I want you to know where I'm coming from. I am the most sensitive and gentlest and compassionate person. I understand birth, and I understand a woman's changes, transitions, phases, emotional body, her goddess self, because I'm in tune with mine. And I also understand why the star seeds are coming here. They the saviors. Yes, indeed. And that's another thing. And I won't even do another video. I'm going to tell you now, for mothers that are with child, fear not. You in the right space and time. Even though these things are seem very bleak, seem otherwise. I want you to consider yourself a divine vessel, a chosen vessel for the star seeds coming through. Because this is what the world's been waiting on as well, us, the world changers. A lot of people say they can't change the world. Bullshit. That's what these babies coming here for. And we got to get the right information now, because we can't keep programming them with all of this stuff that's going on, Instagram, Facebook, and all of this bullshit, and allowing them to be subjected to different ideals, the weaponry. It's so much weaponry out there. It's just not even physical weaponry. It's spiritual weaponry that they're doing on what they are superimposing on our families, our children. So this was my message for you today. And again, I'll put my Patreon account or link down in the description. And I just want you all to be at peace. If anybody is with child or needs some service, I teach self-care online classes for women's, what they call yoni steaming, V-steaming. It's much more than that, because it's really doing the soul work to bring yourself into a state of consciousness and back to seriously to your goddess self. That's really what it is. So that you won't continue to keep making the same mistakes and, spiraling out of control, hormones out of control, pain, womb pain, dysmenorrhea, absence and lack of periods, infertility, all these GMO foods that they are putting, little invasion bodies in the food, so that when they spray this aluminum oxide in the air through the chemtrails, And whatever, the winds are supposed to be cleansing and stirring things about and reconstructing things. You don't know what the hell is in this atmosphere. So I teach the herbal protection piece and antibacterial and microbial pieces, prayers and rituals, tapping into your power, your spiritual power and spells, and so much more. And those things are available online and affordable, where you can make payments. If you're in the Las Vegas community, then seek me. I'm at starlilybirthing.com. I can also be reached at area code 978-999-2416. And my email is starlilyoffice@gmail.com. So if you have any questions, concerns about your baby, about your body, how you feeling, or just emotional and just need to release or vent, you may call me. I make pregnancy blend wound teas to help nourish the placenta, the blood, and enriching the blood of the placenta so that the baby is getting proper nourishment. And I teach about you also. If you were to acquire my services, you will be taught the building blocks, the things that you should be eating while with child, while your man as well. Because each time he's entering into you and coming into you, that sperm should be nutritional. That's helping form that baby. So anyway, I'm not going to talk no more. I'm going to let y'all marinate and resonate with my words. And everybody have a nigga-fantastic day. Nigga-tastic day. Nigga blessings be unto everybody. Peace.